magazine. See my face on the big screen. I'm your favorite social.
We're going to get to the next one.
What else we got?
Let's do it. Which of the following do you think is more beautiful? Rivers and waterfalls or fields and flowers?
I dig rivers and waterfalls.
Definitely water, man. Like nothing is more boring than driving through Kansas.
You are absolutely right. Birds just falling out of the sky because there's nowhere to even fucking land, man.
I hate it. Hate it. You talking about Lawrence earlier? Like, yeah, fuck that.
And you guys actually got the right answer on that. It is rivers and waterfall. That's the correct.
What's the let's elaborate on that though. What's the best piece of water you've seen?
Oh, I got an answer. So we drove from Santa Cruz, California down to San Francisco.
I haven't been that far west.
So it's Northern California. So it's a different, everybody hears California and they think and there is surfboards, but like think bikinis and blondes and all that, whatever. It's Northern California. So it gets pretty chilly up there.
Is that Redwoods?
Yes.
Okay.
And that drive down, and it's the Pacific Coast Highway, absolutely, out of all the places I've been in the Bahamas and Jamaica and all these different places, that's the most beautiful part that I've ever seen in my life.
All right.
That drive from Santa Cruz, California, down to San Francisco.
A friend of mine and I, we went down to Florida. We watched the sun rise over the Atlantic Ocean, drove across the state and watched the sun set on the Gulf of Mexico. It was awesome.
Wow, that's
the
cool.
most amazing things I've ever seen in my life.
That's euphoric, man.
Was that planned or did it just happen by happen chance?
So it was part of the reason why we went.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you got to do them things on the right mindset, planning for it and stuff, and them euphoric moments you're building for, and it's life.
It might have even started as a debate like this. What did you like more, a sunrise or sunset?
Yeah,
let's go find out.
Let's do it the best way. I haven't seen enough water in my Point, man, to really answer that question.
So you said Florida, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, Virginia Beach was nice. It was warm. Yeah. Different feel. That was the first water I got in, so yeah, that's probably the nicest. But me and my buddy Will, we drive out west all the time. We used to drive religiously to Tacoma, Washington, 30-hour drive from here. There's a little stop. Damn, I can't. It's like right before you get into Washington, and we stopped and seen the water. And my brother, I went through a frisbee in the water for my brother because he probably would have been on that trip with us. And right when I did that, after a fighter jet with the Predator, the Predator mouth and the fighter, it flew right through the valley of the gap.
Wow.
And it was like one of the most euphoric moments I ever had in my life. And it was just really cool and all that. I had to get the name from Will and all that, have him comment it, but very dope moment I had.
Awesome, man.
I got to see more water though in my life. Where's the water at across? Is that International where it's just see-through? It's very beautiful. That's one of the spots I want to go to. Where's that at?
A lot of the natural springs you can see pretty far down.
I know that a friend of ours.
I'm talking like blue, like blue.
Oh, you can find that in the Barn Talkin Mines.
I haven't been there. Is it pretty cool?
It is awesome.
Barn Talkin Mines though, yeah, I haven't been there, man. A lot of people talk about it.
It's really neat, like because the water's never really been touched by human hands. Really, they just flooded the mines and everybody just kind of climbed out and left their shit there, and it's so preserved. It's thousands of feet down, and it's weird because like it's clear and it's blue at the same time. It's really neat.
And I've never been. I'm 24. And these guys are older than me. You haven't been either? No, but I find it so crazy that just people from different states come here for that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yes, a lot of people.
I'm like, just being from St. Francis County, like there's nothing here that's that cool. But I haven't been there, so I guess I got to experience it.
So I think that's kind of a thing because I was talking about Chicago earlier, and I got some buddies in Chicago, and I was like, hey, we're coming into town. What's the Chicago pizza joint we need to hit? Like, man, we don't eat that shit. The tourists eat that shit. We don't eat that tourist shit.
Right, so you might as well go anywhere.
I said, well, I do. So tell me where the tourist spots are.
That makes sense.
You live in a certain area. That's not a vacation for you. It's just, part of where you live, I think.
If someone asked me where to eat down here, I'm saying, you better cook a whole meal. I ain't the fast food type. But if I had to die on something takeout, Sand Trap's popping. I like that now, but if it was something before that, I'll go the old El Tap. You can't go wrong with that.
I like El Tap.
Oh man, I'm Christine's Cafe all the way.
Christine's. I don't think I've ever ate there.
You'd like it.
It's the best of what's around.
Good breakfast or dinner better?
Breakfast.
All right, I'm gonna hit that one morning, hungover morning.
We're gonna pod from there. I guarantee that lettuce.
Hold on, let me ask a question that I would ask on probably Swerving. Are you more of a dinner guy or breakfast guy?
Oh, breakfast all the way.
That's what I was thinking. 24/7.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't ever go wrong with some bacon.
People have breakfast for dinner all the time. Nobody ever had dinner for breakfast.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm that guy, man. Like, do you guys do leftovers?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I can't eat leftovers at 10 in the morning. Like I'm not.
Oh, okay.
You know, I definitely got
you on
to.
that.
I got to see 12 o'clock, 12:30, and then okay, like I'll dive into some dinner stuff. But I'm
makes
always
sense.
breakfast for sure.
Oh, I see what
yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, like leftovers from dinner the night before.
yeah,
no.
But you can make, cook me
absolutely.
an egg and cheese sandwich.
Oh, there we go.
I'm good for the rest of the night.
You didn't ask me.
No, I was asking as a just open conversation.
Can you ask me?
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Chad. All day.
Breakfast.
Hey,
I mean,
one more.
That's the answer.
One more. If you had to get rid of one, sausage or bacon?
You have to get rid of one.
Yeah, forever.
I believe it was Cardi B who said, "I can't have them both. I don't want to choose."
You just gotta kill
That a
yourself.
song?
You gotta it's gotta be
Bacon.
sausage, right?
Yeah, I'm cutting sausage, but I
I would have
love
to go with
bacon.
sausage, but man,
Bacon is so versatile.
I don't
'Cause you
care. I
can
would-
have it for breakfast. You can have it on cheeseburger. You can have it on all kinds
it's
of.
true. But sausage on pizza.
It's pretty limited though.
Here's my deal with sausage. Like, you'd rather cook it yourself than just getting it from anywhere, because some people don't have that good ass sausage.
You're right.
Like, just working at Domino's, a few years. Like, I would never order that.
But bacon's that way too.
100%. Yeah, like some bacon's just fatty fat. Yeah, I don't like. I agree.
There's definitely different types of
Yeah,
bacon.
the restaurants are giving out that chewy bacon to where, like, at home you cooking it like how you like it. Damn, now I want some breakfast. I want to go home. I want to go home, cook that biscuits and gravy. Take that bacon and that bacon grease, turn it into that gravy. Ooh, fire.
You cook a lot.
I'm starting to. My mom was always one of them people that cooked, and man, it's just crazy how you grow older and you start to like really have that deja vu of what was going on as a kid. And,
Yeah.
you start cooking like, okay, just naturally doing stuff like that. Yeah, I got that more. So yeah, I cook a little bit. Just some natural shit. Some shit ain't hard, like spaghetti and burger. Dana White does some stuff where he posts like the food of the week. Like, he posted this tortilla burger one time. I made that. Oh, it was so fire.
I got a buddy of mine who has a Snoop Dogg cookbook.
Snoop Dogg has a cookbook?
Yeah.
We're going to have to put that below.
Yeah, and that's link to that below.
What's your favorite thing to cook? What's your favorite thing to cook?
Biscuits and gravy and French toast. And if I got a good,
You got your own French toast recipe?
yeah, a lot of cinnamon. My scrambled eggs. If I got a good plate of, if I got a good pan full of good bacon grease or something, my scrambled eggs are awesome.
Ooh. Nothing beats bacon grease. You can put it on anything.
You mean you can feel your arteries hardening? It's that good. It's that good.
I feel death coming. Bring it on, death.
The defibrillator's an extra ticket. You remember that? Do you remember saying that? We were at Rib Fest or something. We were watching I don't remember. There was
Blind melon, wasn't it?
Blind Melon. Yeah, and you've got that big ass turkey leg, right? And I was like, how much was that? And you said it was 2 tickets, but the defibrillator shot was also another ticket. From crook to cook, platinum recipes from the Boss Dog's Kitchen, Snoop Dogg Cookbook.
Snoop Dogg cookbook.
He's got this whole Martha Stewart Snoop thing, right?
Damn.
I got another one. I like this one. I think this one would be good. If you could have one trip in a time machine, which direction would you go? Back into the past, forward into the future.
Damn, that's deep, man. I'd go back in the past. I'd fix a lot of shit. Not even between anybody else but myself,
I'd go see who shot Kennedy.
But yeah,
November 22nd, 1963.
I'd only go like a few years back. I wouldn't be greedy.
It's past for me. The future scares me a little bit. Like if you'd go in the future and then like,
It don't scare
There
me,
wasn't
but
a
we don't know
future
what's
or
out there.
something?
Yeah, we don't know what's out there.
that'd freak me out a little bit. So yeah, I already know what happened in the past. I'll go back in the past.
No, I feel that.
Go to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Try to make out with my mom.
Damn, this Pink Floyd album's right here. What's your favorite Pink Floyd song?
You're looking. Oh, song.
Yeah.
That album.
Mine's We Don't Need
That's
No
a good one.
Education.
That's probably around
There's
here.
two parts to that, right? There's two
Pink
parts
Floyd,
to
The
that?
Wall.
Yeah. Great song.
Comfortably numb.
Comfortably numb. It's going.
That's the answer. That's the answer.
So is your guys' Vulgar podcast like? Is that kind of music related to that?
A little heavier.
Okay. Yeah, that's about where I end. About
Yeah,
right there.
that's a good place to end.
Yeah.
We do that.
I just
one.
haven't been cultured to like really the metal and shit, I did hear you guys had it on one of your guys' pod and I was listening to it, but I was really listening to the heavy metal and stuff and it was dope. I couldn't even tell you the sample it was, but I knew the song.
Oh, it's Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was dope. I was like, yeah, I know that song.
You now the greatest, and then it just breaks down real heavy.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Yeah, I want to have you on there sometime because I think it'd be super interesting to have somebody that a newcomer to metal or somebody that doesn't listen to a lot of it and kind of what that's like for you.
I'm definitely with that, man.
For sure.
Something different. It's all about exploring. Get out the bag. Let me ask you guys a question I asked on Swerving. Would you rather have $10 million in one setting or $1 million every year for 10 years, and why?
Well, I would take the $10 million at once because I know that either way, I'm not making it past a year anyway. I'm overdosing on something.
So you get $1 million every year until when?
For 10 years.
10 years, or you can have 10 million
At
straight
once.
up.
Man, it's so tempting to take the 10 straight off.
Yeah, why wait?
Because I feel like you could invest it.
Yeah, but a
you
lot
could-
of people would fuck it up. But what would you do in it? What would you do with it if you
Stocks, real estate, shit that's going to be around forever. If you asked me, just from me being 40 and you being 24, like if you were asking
I'm
me,
asking that way.
if you asked me for advice, that's actually two things I would recommend. Is one, just start to invest in early, even if it's $5 a day or a week or whatever, and two, travel more. And I do feel like I've traveled some, but I would, without any kids, especially before the kids come, I would travel as much and see as many things as I could. By that time, by the time that the kids do come around, I feel like I got a lot of that out of my system, kind of thing.
I feel that. Everyone has a different answer for that, for sure.
Yeah,
It's kind of 50-50. I've never had it's never been like one answer, one leeway.
that's a good one because I do think you're going to get a lot of different responses on that. But yeah, I think I'd take the 10 million. Just take out a little bit that I need.
You wouldn't go broke though?
Yeah, I'd go broke. It'd be too tempting not to. Like,
Definitely going broke.
But okay. If you got the 1 million every year for 10 years, would you double or would you go broke?
I'd be waiting on the next $1 million payment. 'cause
you know what? Yeah. I mean, that's a good point because you're not getting it so much at once. Even if you go through that 1 million, you're like, hopefully you learn a
You're
lesson.
gonna have to manage different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not as much. Like one's definitely not 10.
Yeah, that's a good point. And if you had the 10 million at once and you did invest it in something and the market took a turn, then that 10's like 6. Mm-hmm. Man, I could see advantages to both for sure. Would you rather fly like a bird or swim like a fish?
Fly like a bird.
No, I'm gonna take swim. If I could swim, if I could get underwater and breathe finally, I'm definitely gonna take that opportunity to see what's down there.
I think I'm going fly on that one. Again, kind of comes back to the travel thing. Like and I know you could with swimming too, but you'd be landlocked or
The coolest thing I ever saw from the air was, you know how they say you only see like 20% of the iceberg and the other 80% under the water?
Yeah.
To see that from above and to see like that little white cap, that's what's above the water, and then to see this massive chunk of ice under the water, it was, talk about make you feel small. It really did.
That's pretty much what sunk the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
I guess they didn't look up science before they started.
The guy had one job.
Water density.
They fired the guy who was iceberg lookout, and he had the keys in his pocket to the cabinet that unlocked the binoculars. So the guy who replaced him didn't have access to binoculars, and that's why he didn't spot the iceberg, because they fired the guy and he walked off with the keys to the place.
What was the square footage of the Titanic?
It actually wasn't that big. It was big at the time, but
Perspective wise, it's we've got hundreds of boats bigger than that.
Movies made it bigger than it really is.
No, it was big. It was a luxury liner, but it's basic.
It wasn't shit on that iceberg, huh?
No.
Oh, no.
And there was room on that for Jack too, by the way.
On that door or whatever.
Yeah, the
it was
door.
plugged.
Yeah, there was room for Jack.
She's just like,
I'll never let go. Bullshit, man. She couldn't let him go fast enough.
I feel like she let go a little bit too soon. You know what I mean? Like, hold on a little bit longer. Like, give me a little bit here. I actually saw something the other day to where, in the movie, you seen the movie, DJ?
Well,
Titanic?
I'm not even gonna lie, no.
Okay. So in the movie, there's, ships going down or whatever, and there's this violin player, and he's trying to get the band together, and everybody's like panicking. And
Leonardo, right?
everybody's panicking, and he's like just sitting there playing. It's kind of like a beautiful tragedy kind of thing where he's sitting there playing violin by himself. That's actually based on somebody that really did that, and he was sort of the last guy to hit the water or something.
Yeah, the band played till the ship went down.
Damn.
So there was
and
some
they
truth
knew?
to that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'd play too. Fuck that.
They knew. They was like, hey, we're going down anyway.
Man, I couldn't imagine being there.
A little bit of ego got in the way there.
What do you mean?
the way they presented it was this is the biggest unsinkable ship ever. You know, it's a luxury thing. It was trying to get people and people with money on the ship. This ship is unsinkable. Nothing can sink it. And it can sink.
On its first time.
I didn't even know that was the terms.
Yeah, so that was the big selling point of it. It's like the unsinkable ship, Titanic, nothing can sink this. It's the biggest ship ever.
So that was the point, and they were just gonna fucking sail through anything?
I don't think they were intending to test it, that theory, but
Factually, somebody double checked me on this, but they looked and they seen the tip of the iceberg. But like Dwayne's saying, with science, the water density, there's so much more percentage of the actual iceberg underneath.
And it takes so long for a ship that size to turn. It was too late, and it just kind of dot, and just the iceberg kind of it hit so many watertight compartments that it was overwhelming, and so it ended up flooding.
Jeez.
Problem really was that they launched so many lifeboats that were less than even half full.
Did anybody survive?
Oh yeah, there were plenty of survivors, but still, I think 1,200 people died.
Damn, how many did fit? How many were on board?
Thousands.
Damn. I'm glad people survived. I thought everybody died. I really don't have a good backstory. And so does the original movie tell that well?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one too. I think you'd like that. You'd dig that one. And it's kind of a piece on class too, like the rich and the poor. Because like Dwayne's saying, there was extra room on lifeboats, but rich people didn't want the poor people sitting by them. So this boat is going down.
Even though it's a matter of life?
Yeah, they're like, no, we don't want poor people by us. Mm-hmm. Like we take our own little lifeboat because we have money or whatever, and people were giving it to them. Hey, this is Chad from the Barn, and this video is brought to you by Reynolds Landscaping and Lawn Care. Contact Shane Reynolds at 573-516-2387 today for a free bid and to schedule your projects. It's time to get those projects up and going for the spring and summer season. No job is too big or too small. Contact Shane Reynolds at Reynolds Landscaping and Lawn Care at 573-516-2387 for a free bid and to schedule your projects. If you were at a playground, which would you climb on? A swing or a slide?
Slide, 100%.
Swing.
Yeah, because I feel like the slide, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, it's over. Then you got to climb back up and do it again. Where the swing, you get and do all this other way.
Yeah, definitely swing. Nothing beats someone pushing you high or you trying to push somebody. Like, it's a great moment for both people.
Yeah.
It really is. What was that movie Tom Hanks played in? Have you guys watched that?
Castaway?
No, it's newer. It's like is it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Hank? No, it ain't no damn Hank.
No. Sully.
Sully, that's what it is.
The airline pilot?
Was that real? Was that real?
Yeah, that happened. Yeah,
Captain Sullenberger, yeah. He landed.
That happened when we were doing the podcast the first time around, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, he landed in the Hudson River.
Yeah.
And they tried giving him shit.
Oh, well, there are always, the people on the up and up that don't want people to get the money. You know what I mean? They didn't, there's always like.
I don't think he was looking for money for saving people, though.
Nah.
That dude's a hero, man.
Right.
Landed a full aircraft with fully loaded into the river, and nobody died.
Are you guys gonna watch the new Batman coming out, or are you just original Batman?
I remember at one point I was upset that they were trying to redo the Joker, but it turned out to be Heath Ledger, and I was okay with that. And then they did it again with Joaquin Phoenix, and I was okay with that. So they want to keep doing a new Batman. I'll be okay with that, and I'll go see it.
You trust him?
Yeah, it's so far so good. So it's been all right.
What's his name? Bale. He did so good, man. He did so good. Like the Twilight guy. It's just two different people.
Trailer looks sick though.
It does look sick. It does. It does.
I'll watch it.
I wish they would have kept same vein. What's his name?
Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
I wish they would have kept him.
Yeah.
Man, those two back to back.
But that would have been a big. I bet that movie probably would have cost some money.
Dark Knight Rises. Man, those two back to back. Those two are my.
Dark Knight's my top 10 ever.
Yeah, it's not just one of my favorite comic book movies. It's one of my favorite movies. Period.
I'm gonna give 3 of my favorite movies in my top 10. I'm gonna go Interstellar.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Goodfellas. I really like that.
Oh, good one.
Goodfellas.
I like Casino better than Goodfellas, but
I haven't seen that one.
You'd like that one. If you like Goodfellas, you'd like that one.
Pulp Fiction.
And I'm gonna go. My last one's Four Brothers.
Good one.
That's probably my 10th, like 10th favorite. But it really taught me something good movie.
The Big Lebowski would have to be in my top 3.
Everyone tells me that, bro. I guess I gotta watch that. I've heard that like 10 times. Tired of hearing it and I'm watching it. Did you like
Maybe
Truman Show?
The Godfather, something like that, probably, because like that, like.
Did you like Truman Show?
Oh, absolutely. Loved Truman Show.
That was good.
Yeah. Mine's Good Will Hunting.
I haven't watched that.
It's rare that you can say something actually changed your life, like something like a piece of work or a piece of art, but Good Will Hunting made me want to be a therapist just because so much of it is about, trauma and therapy and it's a love story and all that type of stuff too. But to me, it's more of a story about brotherhood. Yeah, it made me want to be a therapist. So that one's gold medal for me for sure. What else? Oh, The Big Short. Big Short would be up there. Wolf of Wall Street would be up there. A lot of those types. Maybe The Big Short. I could watch The Big Short over and over and over.
What's your favorite comedy? Because I'm not a big comedy.
Lebowski.
That's a comedy?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna watch that.
It's not your typical comedy.
Yeah, inner humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm definitely one of them guys. Dry.
It's very dry. It's very tongue in cheek. A lot of times
Every line of that movie is quotable in its own self. Like, it'll be nothing out of context.
Is it better than Pineapple Express?
Yes.
leaps and bounds for me. Not even comparable. On that one though, on Lebowski, like people that watch it for the first time, I don't know if I liked it the first time I watched it. It's kind of one of those where you're like, a week later, you're like, that might have been good. You ever have that kind of situation where you're like, where like it hits you a little bit later, it hits you a little bit differently?
I enjoy watching Lebowski with someone who's never seen it and just watching them watch it.
We might have to do that sometime.
That'd be a good one.
That would be a good one.
You guys watch it in here, we'll record it.
Yes, that would be good. That would be a great idea.
I've never watched it.
Because you'd sit there not laughing at anything. He'd be rolling.
I'd be like, what the fuck does that even mean?
There would probably be a lot of that.
This is about a piece of rug. This is a carpet. This movie's about bowling.
What about
That carpet really tied the room together.
Yeah.
I've never watched the one, and it's really hyped up. God, Johnny Depp.
Fear and
Fear
Loathing.
and Loathing in Las Vegas. I want to watch that now.
Dwayne and DJ watch classics.
Yes.
Do that
We
one.
can make that
I
happen.
need to make that a segment, me
Dwayne and DJ.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, I do too.
Then I'll sit back. You guys do your thing up here, and then I'll sit back there and like commentate it. Like DJ's not laughing.
That's definitely a summer thing, though, so we can kick that door open, catch some immaculate vibes.
Yeah.
We might have to get a projector in here, even should do it, and I'm with that for sure.
Yeah, for real.
That'd be a good
Barbecue.
second. Dwayne picked the movies that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I like that. And then you could pick some that he hadn't seen.
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah.
That'd be
I might write
cool.
that down.
Yeah.
Dwayne and DJ at the movies.
Yeah, because that is cool. Because like that would be good. Because I try to watch a lot of movies that are like 2017 and up. Because I feel like
Yeah.
it's just the movies that were made like 1990, 2000 are just
And so
they really aren't hitting it to like an hour in the movie, and they're long. They're long and dragged out, So, but they're still good. Like my favorite one is Johnny Depp again. He plays the cop, not David Brosco, not
Donnie.
not Donnie Brasco, but I watched that last night actually.
That's a good one.
Yeah, for the first time. Great movie. But the other one, Blow.
Blow.
Oh, yeah.
That's a classic.
That was like one of my favorite roles by him, and I was like, okay, older movies might be the shit.
He
there was a
so good
time,
in that.
man, Johnny Depp's heyday, man. He was making good movies left and right.
He's top 5 ever.
He's got to be at least in the conversation.
I dug Pirates because of that,
Yeah,
I was a pirate that Halloween.
and that was my era. That was my era. Johnny Depp is definitely top 5 ever. Give me all right. Top 3 male movie figures.
Oh, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, I think he's
Daniel Day-Lewis. Give me a movie he plays in.
So you might not have seen some of his because
There Will Be Blood.
He's very picky and very choosy about what roles he takes, and he always takes super serious stuff too.
Daniel Day-Lewis. What's a big movie he plays in? That sounds so familiar.
Last of the Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans,
haven't seen that.
My Left Foot, There Will Be Blood, Gangs in New
There Will Be
York.
Blood.
Gangs in
sounds-
New York you'd like.
Gangs in New York.
Is that a new one that just came out?
There Will Be Blood? It's
No, Gangs in New York.
Early 2000s maybe?
yeah, and it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it too.
Gangs in New York you'd like.
Gangs in New York, you would like.
What was that one called?
Gangs in New York.
Okay, cool.
I think you might really like that one actually.
Gangs in New York.
But yeah, if we're talking actors, he's at the top of my list for sure.
So he said Leonardo, Daniel Day-Lewis, and who else?
Maybe Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
De Niro's good. You guys like the what was that? The 3-hour movie they just came out with.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The one that was on Netflix.
Irishman.
The Irishman. Yeah, that was good.
Loved it.
I loved it.
Loved it.
It wasn't long enough for me. I wish it have made a series.
Oh, 100%. You guys watch The Sopranos?
Yes.
Okay. I want to dive into this. So the movie, you guys watched the movie that came out?
Yes, I watched it.
Okay, true take on that. Was it good or not?
No.
Thank you.
I turned it off.
As a black man, I don't like none of that they tried bringing in.
I sat through it, watched that at home. I sat through it because I had to because of The Sopranos. I was more looking at for the little moments, like where Uncle Junior, some of his sayings came from and stuff.
Exactly.
Right? But like I was looking
Like
for
a little
those.
fucking brick. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That kind of stuff. But as far as like how it linked to what Tony was like now or anything like that, I didn't.
It wasn't well.
No, didn't get it. Didn't make the connection.
I turned it off.
Right. It was
I
that
didn't
bad.
finish it.
No,
Really don't
it
finish
was.
it. It wasn't good to me either.
I love The Sopranos, but I turned it off.
It was so bad that you just didn't want it to touch The Sopranos like that.
I value my time, man.
I feel like I wasted
You know?
a day. I feel like I wasted a day of hype. Like I've never hyped the movie up like in a long time. And I told my friends, I was like, you motherfuckers. I watched The Sopranos. I watched The Sopranos for that bullshit, like for it to end like that, and it ends well. Like I just hope the next movie, if they do it, is what we expect.
You got to do it justice, man. When you re-release stuff like that, or even put a spin on it, like
Especially R.I.P. Tony, like the dude that played the role, they got to live. You know what I mean? They had a lot to do with it, and I felt like they didn't live up to the hype.
yeah, I turned it off.
Hey, there's a new show on Netflix called Murderville.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Tommy.
And every week it's a new okay, so it's there's a lead detective for a homicide division, and every week he gets a new celebrity guest as his partner. And at the end of the show, the partner has to figure out who committed the murder. Right now, I'm only 2 episodes in, but so far the guests have been 3 episodes in, but the second week the guest was Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, nice.
And so it's a completely ad-lib show. Everyone gets a script except for the guest, who just has to roll with it. He doesn't know what's happening.
Oh, I love this.
Okay. And
that sounds awesome.
so like, the guy's like, I'm going to come in undercover. You're not going to know it's me. And he walks in and Marshawn's like, ooh, he's smooth as hell.
What's it called?
Marshawn's a funny guy. Murderville.
I'm watching that too, man.
Yes.
You guys are gonna keep me busy watching all
It is
this.
fantastic. Myself, I haven't finished it yet, but so far, like 3 episodes in, I'm loving it. It's really, really funny.
What was your top 3 movie figures, Chad, and a show to watch right now? Male movie figures.
Daniel Day-Lewis, definitely. Just based on There Will Be Blood alone for me. I think
There Will Be Blood.
I think it's the greatest acting performance ever. To me, there's nothing even close. I don't know. Name some. I like Leo.
Yeah. Leonardo Dicaprio, going back to the 90s, like the first movie I ever saw him in was What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Basketball Diaries.
Sound like this.
Basketball Diaries.
Basketball Diaries?
And bam, bam, back to back. And it's like, man, this kid's got it.
Came out the gate hot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Who's some others?
Damn, movie figures. What about Samuel or Denzel?
I like Denzel a lot. You know, my buddy Chuck talked about this the other day on one of the podcasts. Like, everybody's like, Denzel plays the same person over and over and over in each movie he's in. I'm like, yeah, but I like that he plays every time he's in.
You don't expect anything else.
He's just that guy.
He's a fullback. Like, he's just first downs.
I used to blame that on the screenwriters in Hollywood because when they're writing a movie and they're thinking about a black man in the lead, who else are they thinking about?
Yeah, Denzel.
Right.
Denzel. Or if not, Samuel. One more. Best movie you watched this year so far. Not last year, this year.
The new one with Sandra Bullock.
When she's in prison?
Yes, she just got released from prison for murder.
I guess I got to watch it now, damn it.
Seen that
Like
one.
Unforgivable, I think, or something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
sounds right.
I do have an answer now. It's the one with Leonardo on Netflix. Don't Look Up.
Oh, that's a terrible movie.
Loved it.
Did you like it?
I absolutely loved it. I told the guys the other night that I
Farce of it all, man.
think it's
I get the point of it. I get the point of it.
Do you remember, growing up, we had these movies like Naked Gun and Airplane and stuff like that. Those kind of movies don't exist anymore. There's not these genre-bending, parody-type movies really happening anymore. That's what I saw when I watched Don't Look Up, was that their attempt at that.
Yeah.
Because it's just the farce of it all. Like, they're just trying to get bigger and, just the cheesiness of it all. Like,
Why'd you really, really like it?
so.
like the self-awareness of it all, the meta of it.
So I told you one of my favorite movies is Wolf of Wall Street. And when
it's not comparable to that.
Yeah, yes, it is absolutely.
What? I guess I got to rewatch it. I don't know.
So when I first watched Wolf of Wall Street, I was looking at it through the lens of like, this is a drama or something. And it was just covered with like satire and just ridiculousness. And so I watched it and I was like, man, that wasn't even good. What was all the hype about? And then it's kind of one that I'm talking about like a week later. I'm like, oh, it was supposed to be just lathered in.
Right.
But that's one of them other timeless movies, though.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of the way I look at Don't Look Up. It's just satire and just covered in it, completely covered. Almost every single line or scene is covered in it. But it's
Meryl Streep.
I think it's an important movie.
The fact that Meryl Streep is even in it.
Jonah Hill was hilarious.
Yeah, he did good. But man, like,
I loved it. I think it was one of the most important movies I've seen in the last 10 years.
I got to rewatch it.
I told Chuck and Whack this. I said, I haven't felt like that when a movie, when a movie's over and you're like, okay, that was something that happened and I've seen it. I've never, that I can remember, started a movie right back over.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I did that this year. I forget the name of the movie. Hold on. Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's just pretty much him for the whole movie. He's a 911 operator.
I think I've seen the trailer on that.
Okay.
So with the Don't Look Up thing, as soon as it ended, as soon as the credits rolled, I was like, start over. I went straight back and watched it again.
The Guilty is what this movie is called with Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a 911 operator. He's a suspended cop, and they kind of tip of the iceberg tell about why he's suspended throughout the movie.
Okay.
But the important thing is this call that he's taken, and it's pretty much just him, just a solo job for the whole 90 minutes or however long the movie is. And, it also has a twist to it, and it's really good. I really enjoyed that movie too.
So I used to work part-time at a suicide crisis hotline center. When I first got the job, I was like, that's got to be a pretty tough job for those operators. They're sitting around like this with headsets on and they get calls in and they're like, I want to kill myself kind of thing. It's like, man, that's got to be tough. Well, when I first got the job and I went in, it's like a call center, like you see for like AT&T or something. I'm like, man, that's crazy that mental health is like this type of thing. And they have set up rooms all throughout the building for like the callers, because the callers experience that like secondary trauma of somebody that's on the verge of that and trying to talk them through that. They have a special couple places in the building to where they can go and try to bring themselves back and just relax and stuff, because it's so much stuff that they hear.
One of the coolest things I've heard about the Woodstock concert, the first one, right? They had a tent set up that was for people who were freaking out on acid or whatever, they were having a bad trip, okay? And once they would get them calmed down, they would say, now look, because somebody else is coming through the tent. Like, look, you see that girl? That was you 3 hours ago. Go help her. And that's how they did it. It was a communal thing.
Oh, wow.
The patient became the doctor. The next person through the door, right? And
very cool.
Isn't it neat?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Daryl Buchanan. Most know me as DJ. Swerving Podcasts on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. Check in every Sunday for the episodes. I got a new podcast called the Big Hungry and Swerve Movie Podcast. I'll be every Wednesday on the same platform. Be sure to check that out. Also got a detailing business. Be sure to check that out. Swerve Auto Detail on Facebook, Instagram. My phone number is 573-327-1473. I run rates at $125 for a full inside and out detail. Have a summer package, you can get you 5 cleans for $225. Like I said, that's Swerve Auto Details on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm your boy, Swerving Podcast, baby. I got your guys' movies down too. Last of the Mohicans.
No, I'll skip that one.
No, not that one.
Okay, Gangs in New York. There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
There Will Be Blood is a commitment, because they're probably
if you're gonna
several minutes of time where nobody's even talking.
If I would put movies on the list as you need to go watch, I would put Big Lebowski, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction you'd love.
You guys, I will watch Pulp Fiction. Can you guys agree with me on this? Platoon's the greatest war movie ever.
Full Metal Jacket.
Okay, I haven't watched that one. Platoon was great though.
That one's wild.
Full Metal Jacket is wild.
Yeah, that's a
Platoon was great to me.
It was. I'm not taking any. I'm not anti-Platoon. I'm just pro Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
That's a good topic.
As far as war movies, though, Saving Private Ryan's the
Saving
best.
Private Ryan.
Best war movie I've ever seen.
Man,
Private Ryan was good. That was a good one. I did watch that.
I really like The Hurt Locker.
Haven't watched that one.
Zero Dark 30.
Black Hawk Down was good.
The
Black
Hurt
Hawk,
Locker. The
Black
Hurt
Hawk
Locker.
Down was good.
Hurt Locker was amazing.
The one with Channing Tatum, The Wall.
Does Three Kings count as a war movie? It's more of a comedy, though.
Yeah, maybe.
True war movies.
I got one for you. So scratch off. What was the first? Oh yeah, Last Mohican. No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's
Gangs in New York, There Will Be Blood.
What about
I got Full Metal Jacket.
What about The Town? Have you ever seen The
Oh,
Town?
that's on one of my best action movies ever.
Love it.
Great.
Love it. Love
Whose
that.
car
movie.
we taking? I love that part.
Who's car?
Oh wait, no! Stop all that. If you have not watched, this is Leonardo's best. This cast is crazy. The dude that plays in The Shining, Leonardo.
Oh,
fucking-
Departed?
The Departed?
Oh my goodness, that is one of the greatest movies of all time.
I didn't like it as much.
What? The ending to that is a heart attack. I couldn't.
How about The Usual Suspects?
It's a good
I
one.
haven't watched that. I gotta put that on there too.
Yep.
No, but the part that movie, like I had full anxiety at the end.
Dude, if you
Like
like, if
Pulp
you like all
Fiction.
those, you're gonna like Gangs in New York. You're
What
gonna like
what was
Pulp
that? What was that one you just said?
The Usual Suspects.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Pulp Fiction showed me what movies could be.
Okay, I watched
Pulp
it.
Fiction would be
Oh,
like
dude,
that's
that's-
what you should do when you get home. First thing was watch Pulp Fiction. That would be like
That's gonna be your favorite.
Sign.
You realize that's gonna be your favorite movie of all time.
it's going to be
Like,
your favorite movie after
fucking,
that, right?
It's
Is
incredible.
that your guys' favorite movie also?
It's my favorite movie.
Okay.
Not mine, but it's legit.
What about the Kill Bills were good?
Kill Bill movies are great.
Yes.
Are you a Yellowstone guy?
I am not into it like I should because I didn't have access to it. But now that I do, I am going to start.
It's good, man. If I could buy up the whole Yellowstone, I would.
I love Yellowstone.
That shit is fucking awesome.
I love Yellowstone. You'd like Yellowstone a lot. Kevin Costner being Kevin. He's kind of the white version of Denzel, where it's all the same role.
He really is.
It's all
Favorite movies of all time. Bull Durham has to be on that list for me too.
Yeah.
Bull Durham is my favorite baseball movie.
Have you guys watched Sons of Anarchy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All-
one of,
you know,
that's one of the all-time greats.
Hey, you want to
agree.
check this out? You know what Sons of Anarchy is?
What?
Hamlet. It's just Hamlet. Shakespeare.
What do you mean? You just shook me up.
You've heard of Shakespeare.
Yeah, like real Shakespeare.
Okay.
Pizza in Colombia.
Hamlet.
Delicious.
Jax Teller is Hamlet. His stepfather has married his mother and taken over his dad, who just died, empire.
And it does feel a little
Kaboom! That's all it is. That's all it
incesty
is.
too. Like the
Right.
mom kind of want to sleep, kind of want to sleep with Jack.
I mean, everything is
feel like Jim would feel like that?
Empire Records.
a little bit, don't you? Don't you get that?
Empire on Fox.
Oh,
That's just King Lear, dude. That's all Shakespeare.
Empire was stupid. I ain't like that.
Empire was King Lear. That's all that was.
You feel like Jimmy went to
Everything is fucking Shakespeare, man.
Are you thinking about it?
I'm thinking real back.
She
now.
never liked any of the girls that he ever had. Mm-hmm. Was always jealous of that relationship. A little incesty, like little Potosi up in there.
Yep, little bit of Potosi in that one.
All right,
So funny.
what's your homework then? Pulp Fiction.
I got
Pulp Fiction.
Last of the Mohicans.
No,
Oh, bro, get the.
you got to delete.
Is that not good?
It is.
No,
it's-
but it comes later.
Okay.
It comes
Yeah,
later.
No, I don't want to set you off on that.
No, right.
We're going Gangs in New York.
Wolves is better than Last Mohicans.
Gangs in New York.
Yeah, that's legit.
Okay.
There Will Be Blood. Full Metal Jacket. The Usual Suspects.
Pulp
Oh,
Fiction.
Told me something.
No, man. Pulp Fiction.
Oh, Pulp Fiction. Okay.
Pulp Fiction first. Pulp Fiction first, and then The
then
Big
over.
Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski.
Like Pulp Fiction, like 3 times.
Okay. Pulp Fiction. Big.
I'm gonna go watch Pulp Fiction right
I
now.
think I am too. Let's end it there.
Pulp Fiction.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go watch Pulp Fiction.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks, guys.